Welcome back to the NBL1 YouTube channel. Streaming live tonight from the State Basketball Centre. And the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence are in town. And they're taking on our Knox Raiders NBL1 men. Damo, what can we expect from this contest? You know, the Raiders coming off a big win last week against the Nunawading Spectres.
Yeah.
Centre of Excellence, plenty of talent amongst them. Tell us what we can expect, mate.
You know, Ducky, I reckon Knox will be really happy with the way it sort of all started to come together. It's a new group, obviously. It's taken a while for them to gel. And I think last week against Nunawading, things started to find their feet, which was really good to see. Interestingly tonight, you know, Knox have struggled to score. The competition average for scoring is 87.9 points per game, and Knox are the lowest in the comp, 78.2. Whereas the Centre of Excellence, young, aggressive, offensive, fair bit of flair, 88.6 points per game. So that's going to be interesting to see how that matchup works tonight. Looking further down some of the stats here, Knox are the worst shooting percentage team in the comp, shooting at 40%, which isn't overly bad. The comp average is 44.6. Centre of Excellence, they're also down towards the bottom half with their shooting. Interestingly, from outside, Knox shoot the fourth least amount of three-point attempts, and they're the third worst three-pointing team in the competition. So they don't have a great deal of an outside game at the moment, whereas the Centre of Excellence, they're the fourth most outside shooting team in the competition, and they're second best at it. So one outside, one inside. It'll be an interesting contest. And I think we just saw with the women's game, Ducky, that the women really took it up to Knox for 2.5 quarters. With the women, 7 players, so they got tired. Looks like there's about 20 on the bench over there for the Centre of Excellence. So
yep.
I think they'll be fairly fresh tonight.
Yep.
And they'll be looking for a good contest. And it's going to be very interesting to see what we have.
Spot on. Coming into the contest, the 8th leading scorer in NBL1 is Alex Ducasse of the Centre of Excellence. So I'm super excited to see this kid. He's filling it up. He's averaging about 21 from the floor. I don't think they've got Kyle Bowen in town tonight. So he's one of the leading rebounders in the competition on the offensive glass. Knox come in with, on the back of that win last week against Nunawading, albeit a depleted Nunawading, but they will take a lot out of that. And it was really good last week to see the big Sidarian Reigns and get involved and start to get a few touches and really start to find his feet. So hopefully that can continue this week.
You know, starters are in, Ducky. So for Knox, we've got James Hunter, Damon Hire, Sidarian Reigns, Mike Rose, and Adam Thosby. And for the Centre of Excellence, that man you spoke of, Ducasse, Lee, Goodrick, Coonan, and Tattersall's.
Yep. Of course, you know, you look down their stats and they've got a really long list of guys who've played games, but of course they go in and out with tournaments and so on at the Centre of Excellence. So this is going to be exciting. You know, I'm excited to see Isaiah Lee play. He's a dynamic point guard. You know, he's going to really give Damon Hire fits here tonight. So we're underway, and it's the Knox Raiders controlling possession. Mike Rose involved early, Hunter, Hire, and inside to Reigns. Dunk for 2! Way to get the game off to a flyer, big fella. Woo! That is a really good start for the Raiders. And he's up and about, just took Hunter Goodrick to the block and powered down a two-hander as Isaiah Lee, lefty, off the window, makes it for 2. He's going to go to the line to shoot a bonus. Damon Hire with a tough job there tonight to try to control that. He is really quick. He's lefty. He's going to be deceptive. He's going to, you know, just really have his way. Hopefully not with Hire, but Hire's got to do a really good job of trying to contain his penetration as Goodrick comes up with the rebound. Look at him going to the glass, Damo, early. Josh Coonan getting one. extra. No good for Tattersall. Mike Rose thinks about it. Can't get it. Inside again.
Yeah, they're really long centre of excellence, and you look at Dukas, 198, Goodrick, 200 centimetres, Tattersall's 201.
Tell me about Isaiah Lee, mate, because I don't reckon
Coonan.
they've got anybody under the height of about 6'3" or 4" on the floor at the moment.
Coonan, 202. Well, Ducky, I don't want to answer that because
you don't know.
You know, I've got it in front of me, but you did chip me in the last game for making a fool of you, so I'd rather remain mute. But
Good
I
man.
may say he's 165 centimetres.
Nice. As Damon Hyatt gets all the way to the cup for 2 for the Raiders, and it's 4-2. And we're going to see a lot of enthusiasm here from the centre of excellence. Isaiah Lee hitting Goodrick. Nice little nail play. Dukas, 2 points.
Yeah, Dukas averaging 21 points a game, so he's going to be very, very dangerous. You have to guard him very closely.
Mike Rose gets all the way to the cup. Can't find it. Coonan switched on to Reigns there on that play. Tattersall in the corner for 3. And that is money for Jam.
Tattersall shooting the 3-bomb at 30%. He's got 9 from 30. Looked very comfortable from that range then.
Reigns one out with Coonan. Calls for the reseal.
Well, hook there.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't like that call. But anyway. Foul on Reigns, he's first. Damon Hyatt picking up Lee full court. Coonan in the 4. Goes to Goodrick. Running Dukas off the double. Nice high lefty floater for 2. Reigns chased that one pretty high and still couldn't get it. And that was kissed really hard off the backboard. Thosby in a pick and roll with Hunter. Not Thosby's forte, he's a shooter coming off the double. Mike Rose dumps to Reigns. There's 4 on the shot clock. Rose for 3. Can't get it. COE go to the glass in triples. Damon Hyatt nearly pinches it. Coonan to Dukas. Goes under the basket for a nice 2. He's a good athlete. Damon, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, absolutely. Averaging 21 points a game for a reason.
Yep.
Also shooting the 3-bomb at 49%, so deadly in the paint, deadly outside.
Hunter forces the mismatch on Isaiah Lee and just takes advantage. Bullies him to the basket for 2.
Strong start, centre of excellence, 11-6.
Coonan, Tattersall, not shy, as we've seen. Higher with the job on Dukas as Tattersall loads up for 3. Can't get it. Isaiah Lee with a straight-on triple off the offensive glass.
D-Mac has seen enough.
Timeout. D-Mac and the Knox Raiders, 14 points to 6. They trail this one in the centre of excellence, 6:07 to play in the first quarter.
You know, Ducky, the women started exactly the same. A very hot, fast start by the centre of excellence women, and it took Knox, well, it took the women probably 2.5 quarters to settle.
Yeah, it did.
And I dare say if the men take that long, this game's going to be blown well and truly out of the water.
Correct. Yep, absolutely. They look the goods here, the centre of excellence early, and they just keep bringing in length, you know, off that bench. You know, Giddy's going to come in at some point and have an impact. You ever want to see an impact in a contest, watch the under-18 state gold medal game this year, where he threw the team on his back and just continued to get to the hoop at will, really. We're interested to see Armstrong when he comes in. He's on debut tonight, so...
Dukas is on 7. And Hunter's on 2.
Dukas on his way to about 40, I think.
Yeah.
But keep defending him like that.
Centre of Excellence have gone 6 from 9 from the field. Knox 3 from 5 from the field. So they're getting good looks.
No change for either side, but the Centre of Excellence come out in a extended defensive pressure. They would have watched the Ballarat tape, I reckon, from about a couple of weeks ago, where Ballarat just pressed the shit out of the ball. And that's a nice high-low action. Coonan denies Hunter on the glass. It says, come stronger than that, big fella. Isaiah Lee penetrates, kicks, and finds Tattersall. Coonan looking to get a bit funky. Does with the left and gets a funky roll for 2.
Averaging 8.4 points a game.
Yeah.
Only shooting Coonan 3 from 5 from the outside, so it does like to attack.
Have you got Michael's number?
Can you text him, please, and ask him not to have anybody running up and down this right now? It affects the cameras of both.
Got James Hunter has checked out of the game.
Simon Grant in. Blue shoes and all. Used to have to be able to play, mate, when you rock out with blue shoes. Look at Mike Rose's funky numbers there in the blue and gold.
So you got different shoes on each week, Mike Rose?
He's been rocking those a couple of weeks in a row. I don't know what they are, but they look a bit funky. Grant passes up the deuce to higher. Got to chase that down, fella.
You know, Simon Grant is really important to this Knox team. You know, averaging 6.3 points a game, but averaging 7 boards a game. So he plays taller than he actually looks. I know he's still about 6'4", but might even be a bit taller than that. But he actually is really important to get those boards because Knox do struggle with the boards. Good offensive
Got to block
board.
out. Adam Thosby has to block out there.
Again, Ducky, exactly what happened in the women. Just a second effort.
Yep.
And Knox have been caught off guard a couple of times with those second chance attempts.
There's Kyan Dennis getting to the basket there on the offensive glass. He actually looked like he was going to two-hand crank that down.
I don't think Coach McDonald was overly happy with that lacquer box out because Thosby's just found himself having a seat.
Yeah, of course. Probably everything you speak about in the opener, in the locker room beforehand. You know, you've got to keep these athletic guys off the glass. We've got to stop them from running. We've got to stop them from getting out in transition. And then you don't execute the game plan in the first quarter as Mike Rose, 18-17, get it over. They do to Hire. And he gets to the basket for 2, Damon Hire. 19-8, Taryn Armstrong has checked in. And
20-8.
Alex Dukas just another transition in triple. Got to locate him. He's the 8th leading scorer in the contest as Hire goes to the basket. Tough, can't get it.
Good board, Sidarian. That's what I want to see more of Sidarian, Range. Really working hard in and around that low block, working hard in the paint there. Nice back cut.
Averages 3.5 offensive rebounds a game, the big fella, as he puts the ball on the floor. Picks it up, and Damon Hire calls the play. Tells Marshall to get through. Rose presents, can't find it. Marshall side. Inside to Raines. Finds Rose. And that is wet. That is a wet ball from Mike Rose for 3. And that inside-outside action, you know, ball goes inside first, you draw the defense down, and then, you know, you leave your shooters open for 3, and that was missing in the first few weeks as Dukas goes back to work and gets 2 more.
Yeah, Mike Rose averaging 11.3 points and shoots the triple at 31%. He's gone 12 from 39 this season.
And he's a former Big V MVP of the league. You know, so we know what he's capable of. That was a few years ago, but we do know what he's capable of here at Knox. having seen him previously.
Played throughout Europe, Melbourne Tigers, Bulleen, and like you say, Ducky, Big V MVP in 2006, including the All-Star 5. Played for the Hume Broncos last year, averaging 17.96 points a game.
And so he's a very capable scorer. Just needs to impose himself on the contest a little bit more, and he will get those inside outs. He's just got to knock him in at a bit of a higher clip, that's all. Josh Giddy, son of Warwick Giddy, has subbed into the game. Mike Rose tries a deep one. As Kyan Dennis goes to the glass again, second offensive rebound, second offensive putback. Marshall in an on-ball with Rains. Hits Munier. Very focused on Rains at the moment. Marshall pops. Can't hit the three with 2 on the shot clock. And it's a double-digit lead as Giddy attacks the paint. And if that's on Rains, that's 2, Damo.
Yeah, just watching, like you say, Banjo Talbot, 210 centimetres, 95 kilos. Was working very hard down low on Sedarian Rains.
He's massive.
And his job's not going to be any easier as he takes a seat and James Hunter checks into the game. So you just can really notice some of the different builds between some of these younger men, some of these more experienced Knox Raiders men who have been around the system a long time.
Joshua Bannon has checked in. What does that name ring a bell to me? Hasn't played, but where's he from? I'll set you a task too, mate. I want to find out if Taron Armstrong is a son or a relative of either Ben or Sam Armstrong from Tassie. As Bannon goes to crank one down and loses the handle on it, and it's off hands. And it's a 15-point lead here to the Centre of Excellence. Giddy, pick and roll, Bannon kicks, finds. Blake Jones can't get it. Grant chases it down. Knox just got to get back in here with a stop. As Rose attacks the ring hard for 2 and gets the basket. 5 points now for Mike Rose. Get him off the glass. Kyan Dennis, third offensive rebound for Dennis. Yeah. Son of Ben Armstrong, Siebel legend. Out of the Northwest Tasmania Thunder, him and his brother Sam forming one of the most dynamic backcourts. As Giddy goes crashing to the floor trying to save a loose ball there.
They're away there too, the Centre of Excellence.
They were. Blake Jones's eyes lit up. Hunter Goodrich comes back into the contest. I didn't like a bit of body language there from the Knox Raiders. You know, they gave up 2 or 3 offensive rebounds on that last play as Mike Rose comes off a pin down. And that is a wet ball from Mike Rose. He's up to 8, leading the way.
Jukas
for the Knox Raiders.
11 for Centre of Excellence. Yeah, Mike Rose, it's 2 triples for Mike Rose. And it's 28-18, 25.
But it's out of really good movement too. When he's charged with trying to find, or create for himself, and that's not Mike's game. at this level, he's a good spot-up shooter. And if he comes down off those curls and gets in motion, then he needs a couple of really good looks, which they've done. Double on Hunter. Nice.
Good attack on the basket.
James Hunter. Bit of confidence, had an ankle injury early. As Goodrich gets one off.
Oh, ooh.
And Kirsten waves it away. And it's 28-20 to end the quarter. I reckon he got that off.
I reckon he got that off too, but
never mind. With one quarter down, it's 28 points for the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence, and we have 20 points for the Knox Raiders. Tell us why that's happened, Damo.
well, Ducky, Knox Raiders are shooting at 56%. They're 9 from 16. And the Centre of Excellence are shooting at 52%. You can see the boards there on your screens. 14 boards to 4. Centre of Excellence's way. Steals, blocks, pretty much even as you can see there. But going through some of the other stats here, Knox are 2 from 6 from beyond the arc at 33%. Centre of Excellence are 3 from 10 beyond the arc. Scoring leaders, Dukas 11, Lee 5, Dennis 5 for Centre of Excellence. And for Knox, Mike Rose with 8, James Hunter with 4, and Damon Hire with 4. Second chance points, working harder, good ball movement, Centre of Excellence, quick transition.
Second chance points, 8-2. A guy like Kyron Dennis comes in, he's got 3 rebounds total. But they're all on the offensive glass, He gets a stick back and an and one. He gets a rebound and a stick back, So they are, again, they're using their athleticism to their advantage, and that's what they do. That's it. That's the way they will affect teams, is by getting on the glass, getting out in transition and running, using their athleticism and their youthfulness to get to the basket, much like it was in the girls' game.
And, obviously Centre of Excellence conscious of a double-header weekend. They've got minutes into 11 of their players so far, so happy to rotate the bench, whereas Knox have only got minutes into 8 of their players so far. So,
and Knox's rotation has shrunk really over the last couple of weeks. They've really gone to 7 and 8. They played 7 last week and so on. So. Centre of Excellence with their starters on the floor, and Isaiah Lee gets us underway. Knox showing zone here, so in a 2-3 zone. And finding Goodrich, who had the buzzer beater waved away at the end of the first, and he makes the tray ball.
Averaging 15.4 points a game, shooting from beyond the arc at 36%.
Not bad for your starting 4-man, really, is it? Because he's guarding Hunter now.
Well, his last 2 shots have been triples, although one didn't count.
Fouls on Hunter. First personal.
And Thosby gets ready to check into the game.
Well, I hope he's got a box-out order from the coach. Malik checks out. So extended defensive pressure from the Raiders. Not showing too much as Thosby goes from a 1-2-2 press back into a 2-3 zone. And
that man,
right on cue, he gets a rebound, Damo. Contested albeit. Hunter going to work inside. Will travel with the... Oh, nice dish to Grant. Misses. Get it up there, big fella, as Hunter gets the roll.
James Hunter up to 6 for the game.
Yeah, Goodrich thought about it. Doesn't get it off. Damon Hire with a nice read. Attack the basket. Isaiah Lee says no. Right at the ring. What an athletic play from Isaiah Lee that was. Misses the 3. Rebound Hunter. Marshall to Thosby. Thought about the 3. Drives. forces one up. Grant cleans up and gets the 2 inside.
It's that hard work that Simon Grant's all for. That's what he's about. Working hard, second efforts, nothing fancy, just goes to work, averaging 6.3 points a game.
That's it, mate. It's been really good to see him let go of the follicles too and just embrace the baldness. Nobody likes whisper on top, so shout out to Simon for losing the red locks there and just going full bald now. But he'll have one bonus after the timeout with 8:16 to play, and the centre of excellence with the timeout. Just hanging on here with a 7-point lead as Knox come out a little bit better, looking to run a little bit. So, yeah, it's good.
Coach McDonald obviously not happy over there. He's quite animated over there in his pink shirt.
He's always animated, D-Mac. See him on a Sunday morning at practice, Damo.
So the centre of excellence, 8 offensive boards to Knox's 2, which has helped contribute to 8 of their second chance points. Points in the paint, centre of excellence 16, Knox 18.
Token pressure from the Knox Raiders into the zone again as the 3 goes up for Ducasse. He can't hit. Rebound Goodrich, out and running. He's got a 3-on-2. And a turnover for the centre of excellence, with Lee throwing it away. What do we know about Hyunjong Lee? Damo on debut tonight for the centre of excellence. Wasted an opportunity there to impact the scoreboard. Probably should have gone really strong to the basket on that last one for the centre of excellence. It'll be a Raiders ball. Trailing by 6, 7:20 left in the second quarter. Rose again off the pin down, inside to Hunter. One out with Goodrich, can't get it. Needs to look a little bit more interested in that jump hook. South Korean national, 19 years of age, Hyunjong Lee, on the floor for the centre of excellence. He's a 201 centimetre guard, apparently. A guard. I suppose when you look at it though now, like Simmons at 6'10 as a guard, Goodrich attacks hard.
There'll be 2 on James Hunter. Sedarian's on 2 as well, isn't he?
Can't get into foul trouble, those big guys. They're not deep.
Well, yeah, James Hunter just got beat on the wing there. It was a one-on-one, and he just got beat, and now he's taking the seat.
Yep. Abe Nyok in for the first time in a couple of weeks. And Goodrich at the line shooting, the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Abe Knock, he's played 30 minutes this season, or 30.46 minutes this season, averaging 2.6 points a game. Knox Jr., Abe Knock. Been with Knox since 2014, played youth champs, and has been swinging previously between the youth champ men and the senior champ men over the last couple of years. You have seen a bit of him courtside, Ducky.
Yeah, he's done a little bit. Important member of Youth League side as Hunter Goodrick gets that out of there for Adam Thosby, and then the Centre of Excellence turn it over.
Good swat away there by Lee. Good athleticism. Helps when you're 200 plus.
Yeah. Damon Hire charged with the play calling duties again for the Raiders. Where do they go to get a basket here now as Rains goes inside? Thosby turns it over.
Yeah, Ducky, I just think, 33-25. Knox are hanging on. Could have been blown out a bit more, I think. So Knox are fortunate to still be in this position. Yeah, just need to slow it down a bit, I think. Just get the ball through some hands, just run a bit of transition, run their offense.
Inside out now for Thosby. Zero confidence in the minute by the looks of it for Thosby. He is not having an impact on this contest. High handoff action. Coonan and Goodrick as Hire pinches it for the second time. And Mike Rose in a 2-on-2 break draws a foul by going hard to the basket for 2.
Personal foul number 18, Cameron Lee. His first personal team foul on 2. Mike Rose led the line, shooting 2 for Knox.
21 boards to 8, Ducky, including 8 offensive boards to 2.
As Rose hits the first. Keeping it at 7, but you're right, Damo. They look like they're just holding firm at this stage, don't they? And just, mind you, those 7, 6 points, 5 points, 8 points, it's not a big lead, it's 2 or 3 really solid possessions. Thosby extended in the D again with Rose in his 2-3 zone, which is kind of got the Centre of Excellence a little bit out of whack.
Great little dump inside.
Yeah.
Oh, missed it on the left.
Josh Coonan did a duck man and missed from 2 foot. Damon Hire kills him with the jumper at the foul line.
Timeout, Centre of Excellence.
And Coach Adam Caporn says, I want a timeout. I want to reevaluate what's going on here with my crew.
Yeah,
as the Raiders have cut this lead to 4.
Coonan just missed that little left-hand lay-in, and then the other end, Damon Hire put the jumper up just in front of him. So
toyed with him a little bit.
Yeah, just to resettle, just call a timeout. Centre of Excellence, have a think about it, have a chat, just settle down a bit. Knox is starting to lift a little. 5 minutes 8 left in the second. Centre of Excellence by 4. I think it's the and look, the boards are reflective of it, Ducky. It's the athleticism of the Centre of Excellence when you have so many guys around about that 200 centimetre mark. It's going to be a tough night at the office, particularly when you've got 2 of your talls, Rains and Hunter, already on 2 fouls.
You got to keep attacking here. Like, if the Centre of Excellence, really want to have an impact on this contest now, like, they will attack and keep attacking Rains and seeing if they can't force him into picking up a third, which, that really forces Coach McDonald to go deep into his bench. Possibly bringing in Fidesz or Adnam to play some minutes, which he as we said, he shrunk that rotation the last few weeks. So, again, token extended pressure with Thosby at the front. I like the look of this kid, Kyan Dennis. He's just
split the lane, mate.
He's just doing whatever he wants, really. Goes to the glass, gets rebounds.
You're right in what you said. It was almost token extended pressure, and he made it look token.
Yeah. That's a personal. Hunter Goodrick, straight out of New South Wales.
Ducasse on 11 for the game. Mike Rose on 10. Coonan with 6 boards. And Simon Grant, 2 boards for Knox.
Damon Hire. On ball with Abe Nyock. Thosby. Set the feet. Didn't like it. But finds Abe Nyock for 2 lurking around the basket. And he gets a deuce. Joshua Bannon back in the contest.
35-31.
Taron Armstrong, son of Ben. As a centre of excellence, turn it over again. Rose punches the D. Thosby in transition for 3. That's wet, and it's a point the difference.
Centre of excellence averaging 15 turnovers a game, so you'd expect that from a young team.
As Tattersall can't make from downtown. Chases it down though. High post action, Bannon, a lefty. It's Taron Armstrong, no good. Thosby pushes the tempo. Mate, don't whinge about the foul call. Just get back on defense and get the ball back.
Find the rock, mate.
Yeah, always play to the whistle. Lesson for any of you young bucks out there. Always play to the referee's whistle.
Mike Rose says, let's just slow it down a little bit.
Empty possession for the Raiders here. Thosby, come on, man. You can't just jump in front of the guy and cut him off. And then whinge about the foul call. He goes to the bench with his 2nd personal foul. Joshua West in.
Offensive foul on number 44, Joshua Giddy, his first personal. Team foul on 4. Taron Armstrong, 3 points.
Josh West passes one up. Simon Grant doesn't. Can't get the rebound into possession for the Raiders.
Personal foul on number 9, Josh West.
Personal fouls on number 9, Josh West.
His first personal team foul for substitution for the CB. Joshua Coonan checking in for Banjo Talbot.
Dukas misses the first.
1 from 2 for Alex Dukas. CV lead by 5.
He makes one 5-point lead. Again, pressure from the Knox, for the Knox Raiders from the centre of excellence. Rose deals with it. Comes off the pin down, gets the two inside.
Mike Rose to Memphis for the dunk.
For the jam.
Personal foul number 8, Damon Meyer, his third personal.
Dukas misses again from the line. Armstrong out, replaced by Tattersall.
Time out to Knox, just over 30 seconds when we come back until the big break. Knox trail by 2:40-38.
Don't forget, guys, we've got some young Knox fans walking around selling some raffle tickets, and all the money goes to Knox basketball. Yeah. So.
What do you win, BJ? What do you win?
What do you win? What do you win? Yeah. That's a good question. You win a car, Nissan, and it's donated by Fur Tree Valley Nissan. Yeah, which is good because it's a Nissan. Right, so check it out. Check it out.
Team's back on court, 33 and a bit. Knox won't go quickly here, they'll get one. And then defend. West, Thosby comes out shooting. No good. No one is quite sure. And Steve Middleton says it's with the centre of excellence.
Substitution for CLE, Hunter Goodwin checking in.
Hunter Goodrick back in, New South Wales Metro. Taking pressure again from the Raiders. West, Thosby. West with the read, nearly picks it off. Giddy with 5, 4, 3. 5 minutes to go.
Great and five teams in the second quarter. We have a serious game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. The CLE still lead by 2:40-38.
So if you just tuned in, NBL1 action here at the State Basketball Centre for a Saturday night. It's pink round in the NBL1. For all your pink round needs, bcna.org.au or the NBL1 Facebook page and or the Instagram page. If you feel like donating, great cause. Great to see all clubs getting behind it. All staff here all the coaching staff, all in pink shirts as well. So reminder to tag at NBL1 if you're on Instagram or anything like that with your photos out at your games. Watching anybody tonight. It's a really tight one here in a bit of a dour contest. It's 40 points to 38. Centre of Excellence doing a really good job of taking Knox out of the contest on offense as opposed to Knox taking a really good, they've sat in a zone for most of the second quarter, which the Centre of Excellence struggled to score against. Dukas couldn't hit from outside, and they went to their bench a little bit for Giddy and Armstrong. They couldn't come in and get anything going either. So both teams back on court. Hunter and Rains with 2 apiece for Mike Rose. Loses Dukas with his headband. And rebound Thursby. Pushes against Tattersul. Steps through. Extra skip pass higher in the corner. And that's a brilliant triple and a really good way to start for the Knox Raiders. It's 41 to 40. Inside to Coonan. Mike Rose gets a hand on it, can't get it. And we get a stop for the Knox Raiders. Damon Higher charge with the play call and duties goes to Thosby. Off to Hunter and Rose through hands. Hunter plays high-low catch with Rains, and that's a basket inside. Grown man business from Sedarian Rains. Tattersall left unguarded in the corner, penetrates and makes the floater. Mike Rose leading the way for the Raiders. As James Hunter dials in a 3, can't get it. Rose has 10 points to lead the Raiders. Dukas in transition. Pops the 3 and gives the Raiders back the lead, 45-43. Hunter has it stolen by Coonan. He's one out with Higher. As Dukas in transition, same spot, different result. Can't get it to go, 45-43. Centre of Excellence leading. Hunter pops, hesitates. Drives hard to the basket and gets a foul call. Hunter makes both. Ties the ball game at 45 apiece. Again, pressure from the Raiders. Thosby chasing it down. Dukas. Lee penetrates, finds Goodrick. Tattersall corner 3 is cold. Will Tattersall Damon Hire comes out shooting. Short. Rains cleans it up. And Hire steps on the line. Tattersall yet to find range since the opening quarter. 1 of 4 for him. Lee hesitating. Goodrick up fake. Finds Lee open. Mike Rose can't reel it in. Goodrick finds Ducasse. Lee penetrates right to the heart of James Hunter. Rides the contact and makes the 2. Those be 2 hard dribbles. Goodrick for 2, no good. Good rebound, Mike Rose pushing now. Knox on a walk-up tempo, into Rains, attacks. Coonan can't get the 2, lost control of the ball. 5 on 3 with numbers for the center of excellence. Rose hits, Rains, and he powers down to 2. 47 apiece. Alex Ducasse for 3. Got to try to get a hand of that. Raiders come up with it. Sorry, Center of Excellence come up with it. Tattersall to Ducasse. 4-3. That is back-to-back triples for Alex Ducasse, and he has the 6-point lead for the Basketball Australia Center of Excellence. A 4:55 to play in this one, and it's a 6-point lead. 53-47. Both teams having a really good dip here in the second quarter, executing their offenses and so on. Ducasse has broken the game open though here with some hot shooting, and he's up to 22 real quick. Uh, 10 points apiece for Rains and Rose. 6 rebounds for Rains and 5 for Rose. Ducasse with 22 and Joshua Coonan with 7 rebounds. Rose hits Grant, middle of the floor. Thosby's got a transition 3. Goes to the left. 53-49. Again, extended pressure from the Raiders on Armstrong. Ducasse to Giddy, who was checked in. Adam Caporn yelling at Dukas, no over the head stuff. Thanks. Keep it simple. It's working for you, son. You got 22. As Thosby into an on-ball with Simon Grant. Hits back. Dribble handoff with Hire. 6 on the shot clock now. Got to get busy, Damon Hire. Yeah, there's a basket and one on a nice pull-up. Damon Hire. He goes to 11 points, looking to make it 12. and a 1-point ball game. That's short. 15-foot foul line shot goes 13 and a half. Goes out to Dukas, hits Giddy, gets it off. No, he doesn't, says the referee, and it's a shot clock violation. Hyunjung Lee checking in for Alex Dukas. Dukas has 22 as he goes to the bench. And Hunter Goodrick returning for Joshua Kuhn. Full court pressure from Center of Excellence. Thosby splits the D and attacks the ring. Fouls on number 18. On Lee, his second personal. Team foul number 3. And Thosby makes a pair, ties it up at 53s. Subs to the bench for Casey Marshall in. Again, extended pressure from the Raiders. 1-2-2 full court. Back into a 2-3 zone. Mike Rose on the baseline with Rains and Grant. Marshall and Hire guarding the perimeter. Hyunjung Lee dials one up, dials two up. Can't get a dial tone either way. And Rains with a rebound. Marshall's early kick ahead. Draws some animation from Coach McDonald. 53 apiece. Bit under 3 minutes to play. Taron Armstrong. Rebound again for Rains. Really important in staying in the game. As Hire goes to Rains. Hits Rose on the wing. Time running down on the shot clock. Rose creates separation. Can't get to 3. And comes up with the steal. He's got players ahead of him. And Damon Hire gets the 2, and it's 55, 53. And Coach Adam Capone has seen enough, and he calls for timeout. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to play in the third quarter. 55, 53. Dukas leading the way with all scorers. He's got 22 points, 13 for Hire for the Knox Raiders. Raiders moving the ball well, of 9 dimes in this one. 34 rebounds for the Center of Excellence, Joshua Coonan and Hunter Goodrick with 15 between the two of them. Lee trying to get a dial tone on his third for the quarter. Can't. Dial one in. Rebound again to the Raiders. Higher goes to Reigns and he's clocked. Misses the big jam, but was fouled by Lee, and he'll pick up his third.
Personal foul number 18, Cameron Lee. His third personal, team foul number 4. Sedarian Reigns shooting 2.
That would have been a highlight reel for the ages. Nice lob from Damon Higher. As Reigns makes the first, it's 56-53. Banjo Talbot, who has subbed into the game, picks up the rebound. Armstrong creates separation on Higher, couldn't get the basket. Shot clock runs out, but the Centre of Excellence come up with it. The second unit of the Centre of Excellence really lacking a bit of punch now as Giddy hits Armstrong. He fakes, can't get it. Talbot over jumps. Grant picks the rebound up, and the Raiders come down with a chance to extend. Rose as Higher attacks the ring. Reigns cocked it back again and went without the ball. As Giddy makes an error as Higher goes to the basket. Can't get the two. Grant cleans up the rebound. Giddy to Lee in the corner for three. Finally gets a dial tone on his fourth attempt for the quarter. And it's a possession to play. Personal foul picked up on Simon Grant, and then we have a technical foul on Damon Higher, who might get a second one if he keeps going. Lead of the line, he'll shoot two personals.
Substitution for the CLE is at Lee to Cameron Lee. CLE retain possession, 10 seconds till the break.
As Giddy goes to the basket and finishes the job. Thosby will get one off from half court, but it won't count anyway. 56-59 with 1 quarter to play here. Really good contest. An 18-16, 18. (18-19) quarter for the CEO, Centre of Excellence. With 1 to play, they lead by 3, 59-56. Leading scorers in the contest for both teams. Alex Ducasse has 22. He sat the second half of that third quarter. And Isaiah Lee and Kyan Dennis have 7 points apiece. Damon Higher has 13 for the Raiders, with Sedarian Reigns on 11. Mike Rose on 10, a scoreless third period for Mike Rose. Reigns and Coonan leading rebounders for both sides, with 8 apiece. And Adam Thosby has 3 assists for the Knox Raiders. Knox shooting at a slightly better clip than the Centre of Excellence, 22 of 48 as opposed to 21 of 53. And Knox 4 of 17 on the 3 points, and the Centre of Excellence 9 of 32. Centre of Excellence with a really big advantage on the rebound count. It's 38 to 23. Knox have 11 steals, which is keeping them in the contest, as they have punished the Centre of Excellence with 9 fast break points off those 11 steals. So with 1 quarter to play, Knox desperately needing a win, sitting on 2-4 record. So they start the last quarter here with Simon Grant, Casey Marshall, Mike Rose, James Hunter, and Adam Thosby. And the Centre of Excellence come out with Lee Ducasse, Hunter Goodrick, Josh Coonan, and Joshua Giddy on ball. Rose stuck, finds Marshall, up fakes, creates separation with Giddy and hits a nice step back jump shot for 2. Be an added bonus if Casey Marshall can get going for the Raiders. As Isaiah Lee finds Giddy, makes an extra. Hunter Goodrick passes up the triple. Giddy punches the paint. Isaiah Lee, corner 3, goes about 3.5. Marshall to Thosby. Grant back in transition now. The Raiders. Thosby penetrating. Steps back for 3. That is money. And Adam Thosby gives the Raiders back the lead, 61-59. Coonan hits Ducasse. Good decision. Makes a better one, Alex Ducasse, and passes it to Giddy for 3 in the corner. Simon Grant on ball now with Rose. Hits Marshall in the corner, no good for 3. Rose with the second. Marshall cleans up and gets 2. Another lead change. And it's 63-62. Ducasse, 3 points. Alex Ducasse, he has 25 in the contest. Ducasse, 4 of 9 from downtown, tries to dial in again. 5 of 10, he shoots the absolute bottom out of the basket on that one. 68-63 now. 5-point lead for the Centre of Excellence, riding Ducasse's hot hand. Ball goes inside to Hunter, finds Thosby on the wing. Wet ball. Finding Ducasse in transition, no good. Kicks to Giddy, finds Lee, Hunter Goodrick. Grant gets his hand on the ball, guarding the inbound. The Raiders push the tempo, trailing by 2. Hunter looking to dial up and join the triple party. It's a 1-point lead now for the Raiders, 69-68, and Simon Grant with the denial of Will Tattersall as Thosby goes coast to coast. Dangles the ball for 2. Ducasse catches it, kicks to Lee, no good. Rebound Rose. Good rebounding game from Mike Rose. The 7th rebound for Mike, and he makes 2 in a game of runs. The Raiders are on an 8-zip run now, and it's 71-68, 5:46 to play. Some good ball movement. James Hunter's triple. And then Mike Rose creating off the dribble for 2. Thosby getting that transition and push. Key block from Simon Grant. And the Raiders all of a sudden on an 8-zip tear. And with 5:46 to play in this one, it's a 5-point lead for the Knox Raiders. Center of excellence. Need to try to find a way to get Alex Ducasse open. Marshall at the front of a 1-2-2 press for the Knox Raiders. As Thosby nearly pinches it. Blake Jones in for the center of excellence, kicks to Lee. To Tattersall. Low block for Ducasse. Finds Lee, who relocated well. Can't get it to go. A strong rebound from James Hunter. As Lee pinches it off Marshall. Loses it on the way up. As Thosby Euros to the basket. Can't get the 2. Had Mike Rose open in the corner. Passed him up. Just on 5 to play now as they run Ducasse off the line into a double team. Thosby behind the back. Can't get it. Hunter rebound. Can't get it. And the Raiders just need 1 to fall. Thosby with 2 decisions in transition. Can't get either of them. The center of excellence throws it straight to Simon Grant, who comes up with a steal. He's been really good here, Grant. Thosby pin down action. Hunter stretches the floor, can't get the 3. Comes up with the rebound. And gets the deuce. James Hunter having an impact now in the contest, 75-68. Ducasse left alone for 3. Cuts it to 4. Lots in the game now for Ducasse. He is on fire. Six of 11 from downtown, Ducasse. 31 points. Thosby hits Rose. It's short. Lee and Marshall in transition, and Rose gets back and gets a hand on it, breaks up the play.
Substitution for both teams, a line change on both sides. David Myers in the area range, checking in for Knox Raiders.
Rains returns for Grant, and Higher returns for Marshall. 3:25 to play. Raiders holding a 4-point lead. Kai and Dennis, no good from the corner.
Make some noise, Raiders fans.
Thosby stepping his way to the basket. Can't get a two. Bannon can't get it. The foul's on number 4, Hunter Goodrick. Marshall back in for Thosby. Turns it over straight away. Under 3 to play. Bannon relocates, can't find it. Rebound Dennis. And the foul's on Sedarian Rains. He picks up personal number 3. Dennis to the line, shooting 2. Misses the first.
Makes the second, and we've got a timeout to Knox. Raiders up by 3 with just under 2.5 when we come back from the timeout, 75-72.
Dennis makes just 1 from the line. Member of the Brisbane Bullets development and training squad last season. And with just over 2:25, well, just on 2:25 to play in the 4th quarter here. It's a 3-point lead, and it's 75-72. Both teams back on the court. Hunter inbounds to Marshall, releases, finds Higher.
Personal foul number 18,
Young Jung Lee puts 2 hands right on Damon Higher and picks up the personal. 75-72. Hunter to Higher to Rose. I want to see him go inside to Rains here, maybe. 7 seconds, 6, 5, spins baseline. Finds Hunter, top of the key. Puts the 3 down, James Hunter, big triple. Dennis for 3, can't get it. It's off hands, it's a Raider ball. Inbound Higher, still pressure from the center of excellence. Higher passes 60 feet to Marshall, who now gets the troops involved. Damon Higher to Hunter. Rose penetrates top of the key for 2. Marshall comes up with the offensive rebound. Damon Hyatt, a big Darian Rains for 2 and the jam. And it's an 8-point lead now with a $1:09 to play. In regulation, Center of Excellence need to come out of this timeout and get a real quick basket here. They're running out of time to try to get back into this one. 69 seconds left to play in regulation. And the Knox Raiders behind. Strong second half showing from their starting 5. James Hunter has 16 and 7 rebounds. Rains has 11 points, 8 rebounds. Adam Thorsby on 15 points, 3 triples. Damon Hyer impacting the scoreboard with 13 points, 3 rebounds. Minute 9 to play, regulation. It's an 8-point lead. Raiders have Casey Marshall, Damon Hyer, Mike Rose, Sedarian Rains, James Hunter. On the floor, the Center of Excellence have Armstrong, Youngjung Lee, Alex Dukas, Joshua Bannon, and Josh Coonan. Lee for 3. Hits the shot clock. It was a quick shot. It was what they were looking for. A bit of misdirection with Alex Dukas. One good shot here for the Raiders, just about drive a nail into the coffin as Marshall nearly loses possession from the Hunter shot. Hyer gets to the basket, attacks hard, draws the contact from Dukas, and finishes for 2. Bannon for 3, needed to get it up, couldn't get it. It's a 10-point lead to the Raiders now. Marshall draws the contact from Dukas. Not in the penalty yet. Lee and Coonan with the double on Marshall. Kicks to Rose. Knox will just pass this one out should they want it. Damon Hyer will dribble the clock out. It's a big victory on their home floor for the Knox Raiders. NBL1 men, as they finish this one 82-72 with a strong second half team performance from their starting 5. Leading the way for the Knox Raiders, James Hunter 16 points, 7 rebounds. Damon Hyer had 15 points, 3 rebounds. Sedarian Rains 13 points, 9 rebounds, 3 big jams. Make sure you check them out on your social media feed. They'll be all over the highlight reel. And Adam Thorsby had a nice game, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence. Alex Dukas, the lone hand with 31 points on 7 of 12 from downtown, 11 of 17 for the game. But he didn't have a teammate in double figures after that, with only Kyan Dennis registering 8 points and 4 offensive rebounds. Joshua Giddy had 7 also off the bench to tie Isaiah Lee. Tale of this one, again, was 2 halves. as Knox put in a big, strong second half performance, 44 points, holding the Centre of Excellence to 32. Shooting the ball well in the second half, including the last quarter, 33 of 68 for the Knox Raiders on 48%. Centre of Excellence, just 36% from the floor tonight. The Knox guard, 8 of 25 on the three. Centre of Excellence, 13. But Dukas with the majority of them with 13. Knox closed the gap on the rebound count, 44-37. Did a really good job of boxing out in the second half. And 19 turnovers certainly did not help the cause of the Basketball Australia Centre of Excellence. It's a double win night for the Knox Raiders here at State Basketball Centre as they come away with a win in NBL1 men, and 82-72. Make sure you stay tuned to all your social media for Knox Basketball, at Knox Basketball on Instagram, Knox Basketball on Facebook, and make sure you tune in to the NBL1 YouTube channel for Overtime this week with Cam Luke and Homicide and Liam Santa Maria, and also for your highlight reel top 10s, which I'm sure Knox's Sedarian Reigns will feature heavily in this week with 3 monster jams. It's a big double win night for the Knox Raiders. They get over the Centre of Excellence by 10 points here tonight in the NBL1 men, 82-72.